Hi study buddies! So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you 30 different doodle ideas for your bullet journal. I actually did the same thing back in December of last year, but I thought I would show you an updated version. So in this video, I'm going to be using a fine liner, a whiteout, and a pencil. So let's begin this video. The first doodle is a mason jar with flowers. The second is this fern-like plant. And if you want to know how I get inspiration for all these doodles, here is what I do. When I'm doodling, I like to find inspiration in other people's posts and spreads. So my favorite way of doing this is to go on this app called Bullet Journal Amino, which is a community full of people just like me, bullet journalists that like to share their creations. So on the app, you can post your own bullet journal spreads like what I did, or you can just browse through the app to find inspiration and ideas for your own bullet journal. And if you want to check it out, I'll leave a link in the description box down below. I do really recommend just browsing through the app, and it is on Google Play and the iOS App Store. So let's resume on our doodle ideas. So the third doodle is going to be this dome terrarium. I'm going to begin by making the dome and a little hatch on top. Next, we're going to add the leaves and a succulent. I like to spruce up my doodles with little X's and little circles just to make my doodle look a little bit nicer. The next doodle is this 3-tier cactus, very simple, and when I doodle a cactus, I like to draw thin lines to represent the ridges in between and little axes to represent the spikes. The next doodle is a concrete planter. It's a very simple rectangular box with grass on top, and just do your best to doodle grass. It took quite a long time to make it look nice. As you can see, I'm kind of struggling to draw the grass. The sixth doodle is one of my favorites. It's going to be a terrarium again, and this one it is a mason jar with a cork on top. So I like to start my terrariums with layers, so I do little dots on the bottom to represent gravel, and I leave a space in between to represent fine dirt, and on the next layer I try to draw rocks, and finally I do the succulents and leaves. For my final plant doodle, I'm going to be drawing a little cactus, and this one is a 6-tier one, and this is a classic cactus, so I like to draw with very fine lines and dots to make it look more realistic. So I actually added a few doodles off camera, and the 8th doodle is a simple sun with dots and lines. The 9th is a lemon moon, so it can either be a lemon or a moon, it's your choice. And the 10th doodle is a hanging plant with vines. So this is my plant doodle page, and this is the first row. It is completed. The next row I'm going to be doing food, which is perfect for grocery lists and just decorating your bullet journal. To start off, I'm drawing a papaya, and it's just very cute. It's this little doodle with seeds and everything. It just looks really nice. Next, I'm doing a simple apple with a leaf on top, and this is probably a doodle that everyone knows and knows how to do, so I just wanted to get it out of the way. The next doodle is this 3D juice box, and juice boxes are very cute to draw, so what I like to do is draw the side first and then go on with the bottom, and finally going in on the top with a little cute apple doodle and a straw on top. My next doodle is a pizza with toppings, and it's just a very simple doodle. Now this is actually one of my favorites. It's a mason jar drink with a straw. So one of my favorite things to do when I'm drawing glass items like mason jars is I add highlight reflections. So that's what I did with this mason jar. The next doodle is a very simple coffee mug, and I added a little bit of steam on top just to make it look better. The 17th doodle is kind of messed up. It is a milk carton, but I think food doodles are going to be super useful for grocery shopping, and a cute idea is to make reusable stickers with these doodles so you can make a grocery list out of them. The next doodle is actually the 3-colored emoji, if you know what I mean. It's kind of like a kebab. And this is a heart lolly inspired by Tuesday Basin's pin. So in this next row of doodles, it's going to be random. I'm starting off with a cactus again with a flower on top. The next one is a gumball desk lamp, and this is inspired by a lamp I saw in IKEA. It's very cute. It's this very modern type of lamp, and yeah, I think it just looks really cute if you put it next to a cactus or anything on your bullet journal. This is the 23rd doodle, which is a very simple earth doodle, and what I like to do is draw the circle and just squiggly lines to represent land masses. The next thing is a Polaroid, and Polaroids are really simple to draw, basically a square in a rectangle and little dots in the picture. The next thing is this skinny cactus. It's another one, and I don't really know what it's called, but it has like arms on each side. And again, I'm just messing around with my doodle just to make it look a little bit more rustic and nice. One of the last doodles is this pair of sunglasses, and it's really simple. First I draw the glass part, and then I draw the frames at the end, and finally I draw the things to hold your ears. The next one is an iPhone 5. It turned out pretty messy, so you can't really tell, but at least it has the figure of the phone. This next one is a little bit bigger from the rest. It is an American flag, but you can turn this into any country's flag. So I like to start off with a wavy flag, and it's basically just a flag that's blowing in the wind. This next one is going to be a little bit more complicated than the rest. It is a pair of shoes, and it is basically the Adidas ones that every Tumblr girl has. It's the one that has 2 black stripes on the side. The second to last thing is this envelope that is used for like mail doodles or like email doodles. And finally, the last doodle, the 31st doodle, is this mini palm tree plant. I actually did this same palm tree back in November, but I wanted to show you how I do it now on camera. So I like to start off with the outline, and then I shade in the parts that are a little bit darker. So as you can see, when I draw doodles, I like to add more decoration to it. So when I drew the mason jar drink, I added a little puddle underneath it and some extra seeds next to the papaya and some cute little lines next to the juice box. So I really recommend messing around with your art style because doodling is very simple. It doesn't take a lot of time, but it takes your bullet journal to the next level. So this is my way of doodling. Obviously there are different ways you can doodle. Some people like clean cut doodles, some people like colored ones. Personally, I think a simple black and white messy doodle is the best. So I have a question for you. Out of all the doodles, out of all the 31 doodles, which one is your favorite? Personally, I think I like all the cactus ones and all the mason jar ones. I think the food doodles were kind of like an experiment, but I do really like that papaya one. Leave a comment down below to let me know which one is your favorite. Also, just a quick announcement, I designed and made 2 enamel pins, a classic red rose and a rainbow, and all the profit made from the pins are going to a charity. So if you want to buy 1 pin, it is $7. If you want to buy 2, it's $10 plus free shipping on all orders in the US. I'll leave a link to my store in the description. Thanks! So make sure you subscribe to this channel. I post videos every Wednesday and Saturday, and please like this video, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye!